As always, just to prepare, make sure you have a cushion or a yoga block or anything that you have close by. A block could actually be useful today if you have one. If not, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. And if you want, we have a minute or so to go, but you can already start to settle into Shavasana. We're going to start on our backs today. Just making yourself comfortable, stretching your legs out. Yeah, everyone's on mute. And just settling into your space. Closing your eyes. Just starting to focus on your breath. Allowing your body to get heavy. And notice how your breath is moving through your body. And checking in with yourself here for a moment. How do I feel this morning or evening? And just starting to welcome yourself onto your mat. Welcoming yourself into presence. Into awareness. And just take a moment here as well to say hello to everyone else. Even though you guys are not in the same space. Just sending a warm hello. Some love. And some sense of connection to the other people in this class today. And let's practice together, even though we're far away. Let's practice together. Let's practice for each other. Sending each other the energy that will create. Or to whoever you think needs it. So you may want to set a little intention for yourself. Who needs some love and energy? Who you're going to send it to. And then take a last deep breath in there through the nose. And a deep exhale, let it go through your mouth. And then very gently, you start to hug your right knee in towards your chest, keeping the left leg straight. You're actively flexing your left foot, so the left leg stays engaged. Your shoulders are down into your mat, but you're going to draw that right knee in as close as you can. And maybe you make some circles with that knee to open up into the right hip. Feeling that left hip flexor in the right hip space. A really good way to open up and prepare for any of the poses to come. Just taking a last breath in there. And then you start to bend your left knee, plant the foot down, extend the right leg all the way up towards the sky, actively flexing your foot. Now wrapping the hands either around your back thigh, you may slide the hands a little further up if you have the space. You're trying to straighten the leg as much as possible. And just see where those hands want to go. And softly starting to pull the right leg in towards the chest. And you try at the same time to keep your hips, your tailbone down, especially the right side of the hip. And you keep the shoulders and the head down, relaxed. And then instead of flexing that right foot, point the toe actively towards the sky. And see if that gives you a little bit more space maybe to pull the leg in. Taking one more breath in. And then with your exhale, slowly let go of the right leg, but cross it straight away over your left knee. And drop your knees over to your left side, coming into a twist. Opening the right arm out towards the right. And just maybe wiggle your hips and shoulders around a little bit. And then get soft. Letting go of any tension in the body. Deep belly breaths. And then come back to center. We'll take over to the other side. So you're going to extend your right leg out. Hug the left knee in towards the chest, hands around the knee. And again, flexing your right foot actively this time. So your right leg stays engaged and the heel presses firmly into the earth. And then take that left knee wherever it wants to go, finding the edges in that hip space. Feeling that opening into your right hip flexor while you keep pressing the heel down and the left side of the hip. One more deep breath in. And then slowly come to center, bend your right knee and start to stretch your left leg out towards the sky, flexing the foot in the first place, wrapping your hands behind the back thigh. Maybe walking the hands a little further up behind the calf. And just see how much you can straighten that leg while at the same time you keep the tailbone and the shoulders relaxed down. Breathe. And maybe that leg starts to tremble a little bit. That's okay. And start to point the toe then. And maybe pulling the leg a little further in, even if it's just a millimeter. Keep it active. And you notice that it's maybe quite hard to point the toe. Those muscles working while stretched out to the max. But give it a go. One last breath. And then slowly start to bend your left knee. Cross it over the right. Drop your knees over to your right side. Find your twist. Again, wiggle shoulders and hips around. And then let your body get heavy. Keeping your eyes closed, maybe. Slowly allowing your body to wake up. One last inhale. And then gently come back to center. And bending both knees, planting the feet close towards the hips, pressing the hands down next towards the hips. Shoulders walk away from your ears and press into your mat as well. And then take a deep breath in to lift your hips away from the mat. Squeezing your glutes in and really engaging your inner thighs. As if you have a block in between your thighs and you press it together. Lift up higher, press into feet, squeeze glutes. Deep breath into your heart space. And with an exhale, slowly allow the hips to melt back down towards your mat. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lift the hips up, come higher. Squeeze glutes and inner thighs. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale to lift. Hold it, stay. Find your highest point, keep working for it. Shoulders pressing actively into your mat. And now if you want, little extra, pressing harder into your left foot, keeping your hips squared, trying to lift your right leg up and extend it towards the sky. See if you can not keep your hips or let your hips drop. One more inhale. With your exhale, slowly with control, step right foot back down. Keep the hips elevated. Other side, press into right foot, lift the left leg high. Keep your hips squared. Good. One more inhale. And with an exhale, slowly step left foot down, release your hips towards your mat. Bring the hands just behind the thighs and give yourself a few rocks, rolling over the spine, massaging it and creating some momentum to sit yourself all the way up straight, cross-legged position. Coming into a cactus shape with your arms here, spreading your fingers wide actively. And you're going to bring the elbows as far in towards the back as you can, towards one another. Taking a deep breath in to lift your chest, create an arch in the back, slightly look up to sky. With your exhale, you're going to round the spine, bring elbows and palms together. We'll keep them in a 90 degrees. Inhale to open again. Elbows together, lift the chest. Exhale, round, pull it in. Palms together. And finding your own pace here with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Opening up. Kind of a variation onto a normal cat and cow pose, but then seated. So notice your breath flowing through the spine. See if you can really ripple through that spine, opening up bit by bit. Just finding your own pace, connecting your movement with your breath. Just one more. Deep. Want to open up your heart space as far as you can. And with your exhale, slowly bring the hands down onto the knees. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Inhale. Exhale, back and down the spine. One more time. Inhale, squeeze up. And exhale, roll them back and down. Then rising both arms up high to sky. Inhale, lengthen. Pull your belly in. With an exhale, right hand down to mat. Just a basic side stretch. See if you can walk that right hand out a little further so you can find more depth, bending into your elbow. And then lifting your heart, your chest up to the sky. Breathing into the left side of your body. Finding depth with your exhales. One last breath. And with an exhale, slowly come back to center and straight away swing it over to the other side. Walk the left hand a little bit out further. Lift your chest, heart opens. And really breathe into that whole side body, creating space in between the ribs. It's one of the most basic stretches, but I still love it. One last breath. And with your exhale, come back to center. Inhale, roll shoulders up to ears. Exhale, back and down the spine. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, back and down. And then bring your hands in front of you. Rolling over your knees, tucking your toes under. Come straight away into a downward facing dog. You may want to keep some movement going on there. Lifting your heels, bending into your knees. And start to spread your fingers really, really wide. Pushing the floor away from you actively. And putting some extra pressure onto the L shape from your thumb and index finger. Let's see if you can maybe keep a little bend into the knees so you can shoot your tailbone up higher towards the sky. Creating a long line, wrists over shoulders towards that tailbone. Belly comes closer towards your thighs. Just give your head a good shake here. Keep it heavy. Neck is relaxed. Taking a deep breath in. And a deep exhale here through the mouth. Let it go with a sigh. Inhale to lift your heels. Look in between your hands. You start to step, baby step, all the way forwards, top of your mat. Planting your feet about hip width apart. Making sure they're firmly grounded. Slight bend into your knees. And then bring your hands towards the opposite elbows and just allowing yourself into a nice and deep forward fold. You're free to sway a bit from side to side. And the deeper you bend into your knees, the easier it is to let go of the upper body. Trying to find the softness in the back of the neck, the whole back body. Taking a last breath in. Letting go of your hands there. And just keep your left hand down. You start to twist open through your right side. Slight bend into both knees, or you may want to extend the right leg. Up to you. Your left fingertips stay down into your mat if you can, or maybe use a block underneath it. Stacking right shoulder onto the left. And reach up to sky as if someone's pulling your fingertips. Now from here, we're going to create space into that shoulder. So you're going to reach the right hand all the way forwards, overhead. And then making a full circle, drawing it almost over the floor, back up to the sky. Take it slowly and really feel that shoulder, that edge. Where can you give it more space? 2 more. And then at the end of your last round, bring the right hand down and change it up to your left. Lifting left hand up, maybe extending the left leg, reaching up high. Find that length first, and then start to take those circles, drawing the left hand all the way overhead as far as you can. And then down just over the floor. And really giving it that full edge there. Slowly opening it up. One more inhale. And with your exhale, left hand down towards your mat. Bending more into your knees and start to rise up, roll up vertebra by vertebra, all the way up to standing. We're going to flow straight away. Inhale, arms rise, lengthen, press palms together. Exhale, bend knees, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, fingertips or hands on floor. Exhale to fold, planting your hands there and then stepping back into a high plank. In that high plank, just taking a moment here to pause, pressing the floor away from you with your hands. Legs are really strong, heels press back. Squeeze your glutes in and then draw your tailbone under a little bit. Ribs to hips. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, knees down to your mat. Inhale, bring the chest forwards over the wrist. Exhale, start to lower down. Elbows stay in towards the body. Take it slowly. Untucking toes. Press up for baby cobra. Inhale, long neck. Squeeze your glutes and keep those elbows in towards the ribs. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower. Tucking your toes under. Pressing up back through that plank with knees down. Start to engage your belly, your core, and now lift up for downward dog. Press your heels a little further down if you can. Shoot the hips a little higher. And give your ears some space next towards the shoulders. Taking a deep breath in to lift your heels, look in between your hands, step or float all the way towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift, flat back, any way you like, hands and shins or fingers down. Exhale to fold, go deeper, nose to knees. Bend knees, rise up all the way, inhale. Lengthen, press palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Samastiti. There we go again. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend knees, fold. Make it one soft flow. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Plant hands, step back, high plank. Take a deep breath in to pause. With your exhale, option for knees down, or you take a full chaturanga if you like. Elbows stay in. Find that strength. Inhale, release the body down and then lift the chest. Maybe full cobra. If you can, extend your elbows. If not, keep them bent. Up to you. Trying to bring the shoulder blades together in the back. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, rolling over your toes, using your core to pull you back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath. Inhale, lift your heels, look in between your hands. Step or float to top of mat. And just notice how you want to move today. Whatever you want to bring in there. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Go deeper. Bend knees, rise up. Press palms together, lengthen more. With your exhale, there we go, straight away, diving it down, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Don't stop in between. Exhale, make it a flow, stepping or maybe jumping back if you want into a chaturanga, or those knees down first, lower down. Inhale, cobra, or maybe an up dog if you want to lift the hips up as well. Chest is up, and then exhale, rolling over toes, core is engaged, downward dog. Deep breath in, deep sigh out through the mouth. And every time we come back in that down dog, just give yourself a little bit extra there.
And know that whenever we take a vinyasa flow today, you have your options. You can skip it or take any of the variations we just tried, just to build it up, or bring in whatever you want to bring in. Now from here, lift your right leg high to sky, deep inhale. Keep your hips squared. If you can, flex your right foot and turn the toes down. Press the left heel deeper into your mat. And put a little extra pressure into your right hand. Inhale, lift up higher. With your exhale, step your right foot forwards in between your hands. Giving your hips some room here to settle, to create some space there. And then drop your left knee down. Making sure your right knee is stacked on top of the right ankle. Lifting the arms. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Melting your hips down. Starting to feel the opening into your left hip flexor, your right glute. Sorry, your right hip. That glute you probably won't feel right now. Gentle pull of your navel, just keeping that core engaged. Now from here, take a deep breath in to lengthen through the fingers, lean back a little bit, and start to swing those arms backwards, finding again that shoulder opening, and I'll reach them all the way forwards. Inhale to open up and back. A little back bend, exhale forwards. Make those circles, inhale. Try to keep your belly away from your thigh, core engaged. Inhale. Open it up, exhale. One more inhale. And with your exhale this time, bring your hands into your heart space, crossing your left elbow over the right knee, finding a twist. You may have to help that elbow a little bit. Pressing palms together, and then point your right elbow up towards the sky, and see if you can press your palms firmer together so your chest rises up too. Take a deep breath in here, twisting from the belly button, and make sure your back toe is tucked. So if you want, you can lift your back knee up, make it a high twist. Keep your balance and breathe. One more inhale. And with an exhale, bring your hands down very slowly. Press into your palms so you can lift the right foot up. Step back for downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. And then take your other leg, your left leg high to sky. Inhale. Press right heel down. Extend the left leg. Square your hips. Breathe. Inhale. Lift up higher. With your exhale, knee to nose, and then step it all the way forwards. In between the hands. Back knee comes down. And feel free to pat up that right knee if it's uncomfortable. Lifting arms up high. Inhale. Low lunge. Melting the hips forwards and down. Check your knee, stacked on top of the ankle, 90 degrees. And then really find that space into the hips by melting it deep. Just keep your shoulders relaxed and soft. Put a little smile on your face here. Thank you. There we go again. So take a breath in, leaning back, drawing that circle with your fingertips. Exhale forwards. Inhale, open. Exhale. Pressing into both of your big toes for balance here. And keeping your core engaged. That helps too. Following your breath. One more deep breath in to open. And with your exhale, bring your hands into your heart space, prayer. Crossing right elbow this time over your left knee. Palms together. Left elbow points up to sky. Twisting from the belly button. Melting your hips a little deeper. And then if you want, back toe is tucked. You can lift your back knee away from the floor if you want. Just another option. Keep twisting more. Stay with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down towards your mat. Press into your palms. Step left foot back. Down dog. And you have an option. You can either stay in down dog and rest for a moment, taking a few breaths, or join me for a vinyasa. Inhale, lifting your heels, or ripple body forward into high plank. Exhale, lowering down, knees first or chaturanga, up to you. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog, lifting chest. Exhale for downward facing dog. Deep breaths. Starting to feel the heat in the body. And slowly creating more space. Now when you're ready, inhale, lift heels, look in between your hands, step or float, top of mat. Coming halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend knees and rise up all the way to standing. Press palms together, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now bringing your feet as wide as your hips. And I start to bend deep into those knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sinking the hips nice and low. Keeping the knees stacked on top of the ankles. Making sure you can actually see your toes. If not, shoot your hips and knees further back. And think about a gentle draw of your tailbone forwards. Belly starts to really engage. Pull it in. And you always have an option for your hands onto your hips. Going a little lower if you can. Exhale. Bear with me. Taking one more breath in. And then starting to bring the weight onto your right foot. Lift the left foot off. And with control, start to shoot that left foot all the way backwards. High lunge. Press your left heel to the back. Check that your right knee is stacked on top of the ankle again, 90 degrees. And that back leg presses up and back firmly. Belly is in. Draw your tailbone forwards. And same movement. So inhale, lean back, open the arms and shoulders. Exhale, shoot it forwards. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Again, follow your own breath. Just opening it up. One more breath in. And then with an exhale, finding a warrior two. So your right toe turning forward, so the left toes out to the side. Right knee bends deep. Open the hip space here. Extend your arms out. Looking over the right middle finger. Just take a quick check there. If you can see your big right toe from the inside of your right knee. If you can't, that knee needs to open out. Going a little deeper with your next exhale. Good. Inhale to flip your right palm reverse. Exhale to settle. Stay deep into the right knee. Bending into, we're leaning into the whole right side of the body. And then starting to straighten the right leg. Finding a reversed Trikonasana here. Going a little deeper maybe. One more deep breath in. And with your exhale, bend back into your right knee. Right elbow comes onto the right knee. And you may take your left hand onto hip or you extend it over a side angle. Wherever you are, see if you can draw your right hip underneath the body. And if you can open through the left side, maybe looking up to sky. Bending deeper into your right knee. So you open up your hips. And we're going to move with our breath here. So inhale, extend right leg, reverse Trikonasana. Release the leg for a moment. With your exhale again, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Go deeper. Exhale, side angle. You may take your right hand down towards your mat. Going a little deeper. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, go deeper. One more inhale, reverse. And this time with your exhale, go as deep as you can. Staying there for another breath or two. Inhale. And with your exhale, bring your hand down. Left hand stays on the inside of the right foot. Pivot onto your left toes. Twist. Reaching the right hand up to sky. One more inhale. Push the floor away with the left hand. And with an exhale, bring right hand down to mat. Step back. Downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths in there. And then inhale to lift your heels. Look in between your hands. Step or float. Top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, 2 folds. Inhale for Utkatasana, chair pose again. Melting into your hips, exhale. Gentle draw of your tailbone. Engage every muscle in your legs, belly is strong. Sit lower. Feel those glutes burn. And relax the shoulders if you can. Deep breath in. Weight onto your left foot. Start to lift the right. With control, shoot the right foot all the way behind you. High lunge. Check your alignment. So you want to check that that left knee is stacked on top of the left ankle. Back leg presses. We're going to do the same thing. Flow with those arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, open. So your legs don't change here. Stay strong into both of your feet. Open it up. Now take one more deep breath in. And with your exhale, warrior 2. Aligning your left heel with the crease of your back foot. Bending into your left knee. Extend your arms. Just give your shoulders a bit of a roll here. Relax them. Going a little deeper with your next exhale. And then take a breath in to flip the palm reverse. Breathing into the side body. Extending your left leg. Take the pressure off. Reverse Trikonasana. Leaning back a little bit more, maybe if you can. Draw your hips underneath. Engage your core here. One more inhale. With your exhale, finding that side angle. Elbow on the knee. Maybe extend your arm over or head it on the hip, whatever you did on the other side. Drawing, your left hip underneath the body. Opening through your right shoulder. Maybe looking up to sky. Bending deeper into left knee. Find more space into your hips there. Your upper body stays lifted. And there we go, flowing with our breath. Inhale, reversed Trikonasana, extending left leg, lean back. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. You may take it deeper. Left hand on the inside if you want. One more time. Inhale, reverse. Every time going deeper. Now with your exhale, stay. A few more breaths. Challenge yourself here a little bit. Inhale. With your exhale, a right hand down and it stays. Pivot onto the right toes, twist. Left hand up to sky. Melt into your hips, back leg is strong. Inhale. And with your exhale, left hand down to mat. Press into the palms, step back. Downward facing dog. Now, option to stay here or join me for vinyasa. Lifting your heels, inhale, ripple body forwards, high plank. Exhale, lower down your way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. If you need a quick break, come into child's pose for a few breaths or stay in down dog. Up to you. Slow your heart rate down. Deepen your breath. And if you were in the child's pose, please come back to your downward facing dog. And then take a deep breath into, lift your right leg high to sky. With your exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl, hover. Pull that right knee high up into towards the chest. Bring it away from the floor. Deep breath in. And with your exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Lifting the arms up high to sky, inhale. With your exhale, straight away, opening it up. Heart opens, inhale. Exhale, swing the arms forwards one more time. Inhale to rise. Exhale for warrior two. Inhale to flip the palm reverse. Exhale to go a little deeper into your right knee. Inhale to extend the right leg. Reverse Trikonasana. With your exhale, deepest variation of your side angle that you can find. And you may here find a bind. So if you have a bind in your practice, swing your left hand behind the back. Right hand, elbow underneath the right leg. Interlock the fingers if you have the space. Then bend deeper into that right knee. And try to open your chest towards your left. So your left shoulder draws open. And you may look up towards the sky. Going a little bit deeper still, one more inhale. And then with your exhale, let your hands go. You're gonna bring your right hand, and this is where your block may come in if you have a block. Bring the block just in front of the right foot. Sorry, I'm gonna turn around quickly. Just in front of the right foot. Left hand onto hip to begin. We're going for half moon. Starting to slide the back toes in and then maybe lift the left foot off the mat. And in a half moon, you want to twist your whole torso open towards your left side here. You keep lifting through the left leg, squeezing that left glutes like crazy. And then you may take your left hand up towards the sky. Every muscle is working in this pose. You may choose a balancing variation, taking the right hand off the floor or block. You may take a Chapasana variation, bending into your left knee, grabbing a hold of the ankle. But keep drawing that left shoulder open. Keep your balance. One deep breath in. With your exhale, slowly start to drop your left foot all the way down. Same way you came in. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, open. And with your exhale, hands down to your mat. Step it back. You may take a vinyasa straight away, coming into plank, or take your down dog, whatever you want. Deep breath. Feel that heat. Feel the energy build up. Send it to the people that need it. Send it to your fellow yogis. And when you're ready, you're gonna lift your left leg high up towards the sky. Inhale. With your exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl, hover. Pressing firmly into your hands, knees away from the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot forward, it's in between your hands. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lean back, open. Inhale. Exhale, arms forward. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Bend into your left knee. Inhale, flip palm reverse. Exhale to stay. Extending your left leg, reverse trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale for side angle, deepest variation. And then up to you. If you have that bind in your practice, take your right hand behind the back. Left hand comes underneath. Interlock the fingers. And then draw your right shoulder open, chest towards the right and up. Look up to sky. Plunge your feet down firmly. And bend deeper into your left knee. Find that space. You're going to need it for that half moon. Take another breath in. And then slowly let your hands go. Left hand comes just in front of the left foot. Right hand onto hip to begin. Sliding the back foot in. You can stay here. This is your option. Or start to just hover that right foot a little bit above the floor. Or you go all the way. Trying to stack your right hip on top of the left. And you flex the right foot actively. Toes turn out towards the right. And your heel presses to the back. Maybe taking the right hand up to sky. Right shoulder stacking on left shoulder. You may take the left hand off the mat for balance. Play around. Do it with a smile, don't take it too serious. If you fall out, just try again. Inhale. And with your exhale, start to bend into left knee, drop right foot behind you. Reverse, inhale. Your warrior. And with your exhale, hands down towards your mat. And then either take your vinyasa or step back for downward facing dog. When you've reached your down dog, take a last deep breath in there. A sweet exhale. Inhale to lift your heels, look in between your hands, step or float, top of your mat. Coming halfway, lift flat back. Exhale to fold, and we're going to stay here for a bit. So what you're going to do, you're going to bend your knees a little. So you have space to wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. So those fingers come in between your big toe and your, what do we call that thing? Your index toe? Your second toe. You know what I mean. And then wrap the fingers around, allowing yourself to fold deeply. And you may start to extend your legs out. See how far you get. You bring your elbows out wide. This is an active forward fold, so you're pulling yourself deeper, nose to knees. Deep belly breath. But slow that heart rate down. Head is heavy. Neck is relaxed. One last breath. And then let your toes go. We're going to go for a full gorilla pose. So you're going to lift the foot off the mat. Just staying onto the heel, sliding your hand with the palm up all the way underneath your foot. So the top of your hand is down and your toes come into the crease of your wrist. So your whole hand is underneath the foot. And you can bend as deep into your knees until you can reach that space. You need some balance here. Let's focus on your core and then start to straighten the legs again as far as you can. Elbows press out, pull yourself in. Gorilla pose. Noticing the sensation of the palm of your hand and the sole of your foot together, connected. Because that's what this pose is supposed to do, just circulating all the energy through the body. without a stop. Taking a final breath in, and then slowly start to release your hands. Be careful. Walking the feet out towards the edges of your mat, turning the toes out slightly. You start to bend into your knees, coming into your yogi squat. Elbows come on the insides. Press them open. Palms into your heart space, then lift the chest, lengthen through your spine. And you want to make sure that your feet are your ankles are stacked underneath the knees. So don't be too far in. Also don't be too far out. You're kind of in the middle. Knees almost on top of the ankles. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's kind of your guideline. And just finding that space into the hips, swaying a bit from side to side. Breathe. And then swing your right hand in front of the right foot. Open up through your left side. Left hand rises. Keep working the knees out towards the sides. Breathe. And then bring the left hand down. Swing the left hand in front of the left foot knee. Open up through your right. Keep the hips low. One last breath. And bring it down. Press into your palms. Extend the legs. Wide-legged forward fold. Notice that release into your hips, how good that feels. And feel free to sway a bit from side to side. And then heel toe your feet back to hip width apart. And from there, plant the hands, step back for downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg high to sky, deep breath in. With your exhale, right shin comes forwards for half pigeon. So you bring your whole shin down. You want to make sure that the right knee pointing to the outer edge of your right hip. Finding probably like a 45-degree angle for your shin. Walking your back foot out. And this can be option number one. This feels stretchy enough already into that right hip space. Otherwise, come into your forearms maybe. And if that feels good enough too, you can even come down onto your chest, your forehead. Feel free to take a cushion or a block underneath your head or your chest for support. And then allowing your hips to melt and relax. Breathing into your hip space. And allowing your breath to stay deep down through the belly. Soften your body. One last breath. And with your exhale, slowly come back up into your hands wherever you were. Tuck your back toe under. Lift your back knee up. And step your right foot back for down dog. Just pedal it out. Give that right hip some space. And then press the heels deep down again. And taking your left foot off the mat, lift it high. With your exhale, left shin comes forwards, half pigeon. Walking the right foot back. Finding a good angle for that knee and shin. melting hips, and then take any variation that you did on the other side. Just trying to balance it out if you can. We're all different from side to side. See if you can find the same variation. And then if not, use your props to get there. And it's always helpful to just observe which side feels better or more open to the other and where exactly. What does that tell you about your body? Breathe into that hip. Where can you let go? Allow yourself to soften. Your upper body is fully soft, relaxed. Last inhale. And then slowly come back up into your hands. And this time, just drop your left hip down and swing the right leg forwards. Lean back a little bit and just shake your legs out. Maybe swaying the legs a few times side to side. And then from there, straight away, start to roll yourself down onto your back. Hugging knees into chest and give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe rolling a little bit from side to side, making some circles. Massaging that lower back. And then plunge your feet firmly into your mat again, bending knees. Hands next to the hips are going to come back to a bridge pose. So lifting your hips up with your inhale. Squeezing glutes, engaging inner thighs. Work the knees a little bit closer in. You have an option here to interlock your hands behind the back or underneath your hips and then coming more onto your shoulders. Pressing the hips up higher. See if you can keep your head, your gaze facing up. Your neck is in a delicate position. So trying not to look left or right. Elevating hips more, inhale. And then slowly release your hips back down. Hug your knees into chest. I'm going to do that one more time and I'm going to give you options. You can either take the same variation as we just did, or you're going to do the same thing as we started with by lifting one leg up and then the other when your hips are up in the air. Or you take a full wheel pose if you have wheel in your practice. But if you've never tried wheel, I wouldn't recommend it now. But if you do, and if you know how to get into it, feel free. I'm going to guide you through the one or the version with lifting the legs up. So again, pressing palms into your mat, lifting the hips up, interlocking the hands behind the back, underneath the hips, coming onto shoulders, lifting higher. Now keeping your hips squared, pressing firmer into left foot, lifting right leg high up to sky. Keep lifting the right hip. Super strong. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly step right foot down. Keep hips elevated. And then take it to the other side, lifting your left leg high. Press the floor away with the right foot. Hips are squared. Inhale. Exhale. Stay. One more inhale. Lift higher. And with your exhale, slowly step it back down. Unlock your hands and release the hips. Hug knees into chest. Last time. And then coming into a final pose here, a happy baby. Bending into your knees, grabbing hold of the feet from the outside. And to gently pull yourself down. Your tailbone drops to the earth, your shoulders drop to the earth. You may open the knees a little wider with help of your elbows. Belly breath. Allow your belly to expand in between your thighs. And then slowly let it go. Getting ready for your final Shavasana. Stretching the legs out, covering yourself with something warm if you feel like you're going to cool down. You may take a cushion underneath your head or underneath your knees. Anything to make you as comfortable as you can. Bring your heels to the corners of your mat. And make sure there's lots of space between your hands and your body. Maybe even arms fully open wide. Closing your eyes. Walk your shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Feel it. Bring your left hand onto your heart space. Your right hand onto your belly. One more breath. Into your palm. Exhale. Feel your heartbeat. And then think about that one person that may need some love or energy right now. And send some of your love and some of the energy that you've created in your practice towards him or her. And allow yourself to drift away. Feel free to open your arms again or keep them where they are. And float off. If I showed you my teardrops, would you collect them like rain? Store them in jars that are labeled with pain? Would you follow their tracks from my eyes down my cheeks as they write all the stories I'm too scared to speak? Would you stop them with kisses, bring their flow to a halt, as you teach me that pain isn't always my fault? Would you hold my face gently as you dry both my eyes and whisper the words, "You're too precious to cry"? If I showed you my teardrops, would you show me your own and learn that though we're lonely, we're never alone? With those words, just start to bring some movement back into your body. Wiggling toes, fingers, shaking your head from side to side. Bring your arms overhead for maybe a good stretch. And then hugging knees into chest and rolling over to your left or your right side. Keeping yourself there for the last moment. Feeling supported by the earth. You're never alone. Making your way up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed if you can. Hands come into your heart space. Take a last deep breath in through your nose. And a deep sigh to let everything go. And allowing that practice to wash all over you. And bowing your forehead down towards your fingers. Allowing your thumbs to connect with the space in between your eyebrows. And walking away from the mat today, feeling a bit more connected, a bit more aware, and knowing that you're never alone. Sending your love and your light and your energy to whoever needs it today. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light in you. Namaste.